when it comes to like the choices that we make in men, sometimes I think that it's okay for you to maybe see what it is about the bad guys that we like and try to implement some of those things since you're so wonderful. Like, I think there's a lot of mystery and like sexiness that
Self-discovery.
a lot of guys that are supposed to be bad for us have, and we want to explore those things. And sometimes it helps us to understand what we do like. So when the right guy comes along, we'll know what to appreciate. There's nothing to bash there.
And look, you're right. You should have the freedom to try different things, if you're curious about it. However, when you have a kid with that person trying these curious things and you create a child, then that's a bigger issue because now you're involving other people in this choice that you just made.
This is the thing. Now,
Mhm.
this is what's very, very funny. He said, I don't date black women, right? That's my preference. And then everyone at the table got up in arms and wanted to challenge him on his preference. Let's reverse the role, right? And
Thank
make
you.
it go. Let's say he was a woman and he said, I don't date black men. No one would bat an eye. Me and Fresh would just shut the hell up and we just keep going. We wouldn't care.
Yep.
We really wouldn't give a fuck because men are used to rejection. Men are used to women having certain standards and parameters in place. It is what it is. Guys accept this uncomfortable reality. Women, however, cannot come to grips with the fact that a man will not want to deal with her based on the color of her skin or the way she looks or whatever. Women are used to being accepted no matter how they behave, no matter how they look or whatever. And I'm here to tell y'all, ladies, just like you guys have standards and preferences, men sometimes have standards and preferences too that are out of your control. Just like women say, I don't want a guy that's 5'10", I don't want a guy that's 5'9", I want a man that's 6'2" or above. Men don't give a shit. If a black woman were to get on air and say, I only date white men, I don't want to deal with no Tyrones and Jamals, no one would say shit. No one would complain. No one would cry. Be like, oh, okay, whatever. Fuck it. More Becky's for
Facts.
me. Niggas wouldn't care. But when it's the other way around, women want to cry and have such an issue with what black men do. And here's the other thing, too. Over 90% of
Thank you, Myron.
black relationships, right,
Thank
and
you.
black marriages are between a black woman and a black man. So a majority of black men are actually married to black women. Over 90%. The issue is this. The athletes, the celebrities, the dudes that are out there in the limelight, they have the interracial relationships. And that's what gets the black women mad because that top 1% of guy, 9 out of 10 times, prefers biracial or something else, which is fine. No one gives a fuck. But why is it such an issue when men that are successful, that have the spotlight on them, decide that they want to date a white girl or a Spanish girl or whatever? They immediately get shamed for it. But if a black woman is with a white guy, we don't say shit. I don't care. Yo, Candace Owens with a white guy. Fantastic. I will never, I don't care. She could go on the air tomorrow and say, I don't date black men. I don't like them. They smoke weed and smell.
That's fine.
I'm like, all right, I don't give a fuck. And here's the thing. Most guys aren't going to care. They're not going to go to her page and be like, you stupid racist bitch. They're not going to care. They're going to just move on with their life. You know what I'm saying? It's only black women that sit here and cry or other people. Like when I make fun of Asian girls, I make fun of white girls, whatever. No one complains. No one says shit, bro. No one says anything. It's only this small demographic of people that cry and complain. And it's about a portion of men that are like 1%, bro.
I
So,
have one more thing about preferences, if you
okay.
don't mind.
All right. And I'll turn it to you right here in a second. But the point I'm trying to make is simply this. He said, I don't date black women. That's my preference. The knee-jerk reaction from you guys was to attack him on his preference. Whereas if it was reversed and you said, I only date white men, we would not question you. I promise you. 99% of guys will not question you. But black women go up in arms when a black man says, I don't date black women. And it's a preference. It is what it is. Sorry, go ahead. Turn it to you.
Two things about the preferences. I think the first thing about the I don't date black women preference is the reason y'all don't date black women. Y'all tie it with like the stereotypes and everything like that. It's not like y'all just don't date black women because you prefer to date outside of your race. That's completely fine. No one has a problem with that. But you guys say, oh, I don't date black women because
Y'all ratchet.
y'all ratchet or
Y'all
y'all this
this.
and y'all that. That we don't want to hear that. Just tell us you don't date black women and carry on.
Right.
Number two, the other thing about preferences, I think that people.
Well, hold on. We didn't say it all.
Of course not, but I'm just saying
She's
in
speaking
general.
in general when people say that they don't prefer.
Yes,
Yeah.
in general.
Go ahead.
I think the other thing about not only preferences but standards as well, people, women and men, not black, but just women and men tend to fight people on their preferences and their standards instead of just looking for somebody who agrees.
I gotta
Like, it
correct
would
you.
be
Women
so
fight on standards. Men never do.
I mean,
Men accept
the
rejection. Women have a
50-50
serious
argument is a
issue with
big
that.
argument for both men and women. Instead of people would rather argue it instead of just finding someone who would rather, okay, you like 50-50, you want to pay 50%, I'll pay 50%, cool. Instead of going back and forth with someone who would do 100% and 50%. It's like, just find somebody who's in your bracket who agrees with what you agree with and
Your
be a
standards.
happy family.
But we're not talking about money right now. We're talking about like
Just
In
standards in
general.
Yeah,
In
like
general.
preferences in general.
Yeah.
the point I'm trying to make is that women are hypercritical of men's preferences and what they want, whereas men don't really give a shit. You go up to a girl, oh, sorry, I'm not interested. You don't really give a shit why or whatever. It could have been for some weird stereotype. It could have been for your height, whatever. Guys just take the L and move on. Women want to know why. Why not? Why not? And then
I
if we say
agree
the
with
truth,
what you said
if we say the
earlier.
truth, like if a guy says, yo, y'all are ratchet, whatever it is, or I just don't like this type of girl, you can't win, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like if I say if a guy says I don't date black women, the next question's gonna be why. And then if you say why, well, you're racist. Not all black women are like that. And that's true. Stereotypes, suck. But here's the reality. The world doesn't owe you understanding. Human beings in general are prejudicial creatures. And what I mean by that is you don't have time to sit there, what's your name? Tell me about your life, etc. You have to go off of preconceived notions that society's already established. Unfortunately, for black people as a whole, we have terrible stereotypes. They say we're drug users, criminals, crooks, thieves, whatever it is. Rap music portrays a certain light. People have stereotypes. It is what it is. It's not their job to sit there and be tolerant of your background or you. It's your job as a person to prove the stereotype wrong. I'm going to say that again because so many people don't understand this shit. The world we live in is a cold place where people aren't going to sit there and give a fuck about your background, who you are, how you're educated, if you're a nice person or not. They're going to look at you, size you up and down, make a 2-second decision. I think this person is either fitting into the stereotype or not. And then they might meet you and hopefully you can change that stereotype. But the thing is, 9 out of 10 times, they're going to put you in the negative light. They're going to stereotype you. Me as a colored guy, Arab background, whatever it is, oh, this guy's probably a thug. This guy might be a radical extremist, whatever. Then they meet me, they get to know me. Then I prove the stereotype wrong. But it's upon me to change the stereotype. It's not upon the person that's stereotyping me to change his perception because it ain't going to change. Racism ain't going anywhere, whatever. Live in this pussy-ass society where people think, give me the benefit of the doubt, give me the benefit of the doubt, give me the benefit of the doubt. They don't fucking have to. It's on you to change their mind, not them to change their mind, because they're not. They're just not. Racism ain't going nowhere. So you can cry about it and say, oh, fuck that, I'm a victim. Everyone's fucking being racist and biased against me. Or you can prove the stereotype wrong, speak well, be educated, get your money on point, prove them fucking wrong when they meet you. That's what's in your control. You can't control what they think, but you could definitely control how they perceive you after they meet you.
Well
Bam! Like, stop crying. That's the problem, man. All you motherfuckers, a lot of people out here have victim mindsets. Oh my God, the police are pulling me over. Oh my God, this is fucked up. This is racism. Listen, man, they're going to pull you over. It is what it is. A lot of cops are racist. Sucks. It's your job to prove that you are not going to perpetuate that stereotype. You are not the status quo. You're an intelligent, well-spoken individual that's a law-abiding citizen, and you prove that fucking cop wrong. I guarantee you, you come in, officer hires your day, hands on the steering wheel, I'm going to reach for my wallet. Is that okay? Sure, blah, blah, blah. You're taking into account his safety. He's going to reciprocate. Have a good day. He's not going to give you a ticket if you act polite. But it's on you to show that you are not the stereotype, guys. Get the fuck out this victim mindset that we have here in the West, man, where everyone expects people to feel sorry for them just because of the color of their skin. Fuck out of here. You have to make the people think different. They're not going to think different. It's in your control. Don't think people are going to sit there and understand you. And this is the craziness in the West where everyone wants to cry and complain and it's racist or whatever. You know the facts. A lot of people are racist. A lot of people are biased. A lot of people are prejudiced. Cool. How are you going to adapt to that? You're going to break the stereotype when they meet you.
Be the change we need to see.
Yeah, man. Stop crying.
Right,
and this isn't to anyone at the panel, but a lot of people have victim mindset.
Yeah, sure, fam.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to say one more thing. Like, just to piggyback off of what my brother Myron was saying, man. As Black people, we got to get out of that victim mentality. The Black community, we have too much of this, oh, woe is me attitude that holds us down. We hold ourselves down. I'm a person who came from a lot of shit. I went through a lot of shit in my life. But no matter what I went through, I didn't blame the white man. I didn't blame anybody for my problems. I went and I did what I had to do as a man, because guess what? Nobody gives a fuck about your problems in life.
Yeah.
As a man, you got to learn how to overcome.
Yeah.
And as a man, you have to go through something in life so you can become stronger. That's why I am who I am and where I am today. Not because I sat and cried like a little bitch, blaming fucking society for my issues. I grabbed life by the balls and I did what the fuck I had to do to become the man I am today. And as Black people, we have to get out of that victim mentality. I just wanted to say that. I wanted to say my piece. Thank you guys for giving me the last word on this, man, and keep doing your thing, Fresh and Fit. I love
man.
you
No
guys.
worries, bro. Good call again. And yo, guys, that message obviously wasn't towards really the ladies at the table. It's more for the guys out there, because women are going to get the benefit of the doubt a lot of the time. You as a man, you ain't, bro. So, and that's a cold, hard reality.
Yep.
You know, especially if you're a colored guy. Guys, I've been discriminated against a million times because I get it on both ends. Oh, you're a terrorist. Oh, you're black. Like they attack me on both ends, man. I get both the negative stereotypes. And it was up to me. What am I going to do? Am I going to cry about it and say I'm a victim and everyone's racist towards me? Or am I going to go to school, get my money on point, speak English a certain way, have good tonality, speak proper so people don't judge me? And I don't give a fuck about what they think. It's not necessarily about that. It's about I'm improving myself, and a byproduct of that, people have no choice but to fucking respect me, regardless of my funny ass name, regardless of the way that I look, my big nose, losing hair, being black, having a Middle Eastern background, being Muslim. I overcome all these stupid ass obstacles that people would use to cry about. I'm being discriminated against by simply being the best version of myself. Because when you get to that point, people have no choice but to fucking respect you, regardless of your name, your religion, or whatever the fuck it is. Okay? Because I could definitely take that victim mindset and cry, oh my God, I'm being discriminated against. I'm Muslim, I'm black, I'm from Sudan, I speak Arabic and they treat me like shit. I can't get a job in the government. Shut the fuck up. I was a special agent with Homeland Security Investigations. I broke the stereotype. I ended up doing those types of investigations against terrorism, all that shit. And I did it by doing what? Breaking the goddamn stereotypes, not taking a victim mindset, man. You can prove people wrong, but you're going to take work on your side, and you cannot expect them to do the work to understand you. You have to do the work to force them to understand you from your success. That's how it is, man. Stop crying. So many fucking guys out here have a victim mindset. You know what I'm saying? You're not a pretty girl. You're not going to get away with half the shit, guys. You got to be successful, man. You got to get on it. So anyway, rant's over.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, man.